Hello everybody, my name is Caleb Plitos and I am the founder of Taurify. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to connect your Facebook leads to drip jobs by using Zapier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into my computer here and we'll get started. So the first thing that you are going to need is a Zapier account. And when you are in there, what we're going to do is we are going to create a Zap. So this is an example client that I have here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on create. Okay. And then we're going to click on new Zap. Now this right here is going to get you to the section that builds this whole thing out. First thing is we got to name it. All right, so what I like to do is I like to name things very practically on where it's coming from and where it's going to, what's actually happening in this Zap here. So I'm going to name this Facebook leads add to drip jobs CRM. All right, so that everybody knows where it's coming from and where it's going. The first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to identify the trigger. This is the catalyst that starts this whole reaction here. All right, so we're going to click on trigger and we're going to search up Facebook. And for this one, we're going to use Facebook lead ads. Now this is a premium feature here, so you will need to have the paid version of Zap in order to make this happen. So we're going to click on that. Next up, we got to fill this whole thing out here. So this is going to be the trigger event. So this is the event that happens that starts the whole reaction. There's only one option here for us. We're going to click on new lead. So whenever a lead comes in, we want this to happen. And then we're going to select an account. This would be the account that has access to all of these Facebook pages here. Now we're going to click on continue. Next up, we're going to click on a page. All right. So what you're going to want to do is get to your page here. For this example, I'm going to use one of our clients and we're going to connect this to their page for the sake of this example here. And this next section here is form. So what is this? These are all of the instant forms that you have created on this advertising account through this page. Okay. Now, if you don't see any here, then that means you don't have any created. So you will need to go into Facebook, into your page and into your ads and actually make that form first for it to show up here. But once you make that, you will see it here. Okay. I would recommend leaving this as default because if you don't, if you select it to a specific form, every time you update your form, you'll need to go in here and change this and somebody's probably gonna forget. So we want the leads to always get where they need to go. So we're gonna leave that blank just on default. And we're gonna test this trigger here. All right, so testing. Cool. And you can see here that it's actually pulled in some records. So what that means is these are the past people who have filled out these lead ads. All right, so we're gonna go with continue. Now we're gonna type in drip jobs. Action event. There's a couple things that we can do: create lead, create on-site estimate, or send chat message. In this example, we're gonna create a lead, then we're gonna go to account. All right, we're gonna pause here real quick and we're gonna go over to our drip jobs account. All right, so what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to go to company settings, integrations, and this little spot right here that says Zapier. All right, this API key. We're gonna copy that because we're gonna need that in just a second here. Then we're gonna go back to Zap. So we're gonna go to select, connect a new account, and then this is gonna have a pop-up for us. We're gonna need to input that key that we just made. And then once that is accepted here, we'll be able to link our account. So let's just refresh on that. There we go, right here, Taurify. This is our example account. So we can create that now. Now let's go to continue. All right, so lead source. This is where we're gonna fill out what actually shows up in drip jobs on the lead. So we wanna use all of that information that we have here to make this as detailed as possible for us. All right, so this one I'm gonna put as Taurify Facebook ads. Now first name, I'm gonna click on this little plus sign, and all of this information we're actually gonna pull directly from this Facebook ad here. So first name goes here, last name goes here, email goes here, and any other pieces of information that you are collecting, like your phone number, job address, the city, anything like that, that would obviously need to be filled out as well. You can also assign this lead. So I'm going to assign this one to myself here. So that would be the person who's in charge, like the salesperson that's going to be in charge of that lead. You don't have to assign that to anybody, but if there's just maybe 1 or 2 people that do that, might be a good idea to do that. Next is going to be the deal stage here. All right, this is another one too. We want this to be in cold leads because this is a brand new lead here. And if there were like a specific drip sequence, we could add that as well here. And then any notes here. Maybe we're asking them a special question on the form, like the type of service or maybe their timeline here. Let's see what question we're asking in this one here. When do you need the project done? Cool. So we can put that in the notes there to give the salesperson or the appointment setter maybe a little bit more understanding of what that timeline looks like. So we're going to click on continue here. And then lastly, we're going to test this step here. So all I'm going to do is click on test. And then once that sends out, looks like it's sent there. What we're going to do is we're just going to go back into our sales dashboard. And you can see here, perfect. Look at that. 6 seconds ago, Leanne, Taurify Facebook ads. That lead has automatically made it into our drip jobs. So then now she's going to start getting those notifications and start being followed up on to schedule that estimate. Now, at this point, you can add on other things if you want. Maybe, for example, you want to set up a notification to your salesperson to let them know, hey, you just got a new lead, make sure you call that person ASAP. You can do email, click on right here, choose action event, send outbound email, and you can create that right here, to sales@company.com, subject, new lead, call now. And then you can put their info right here, and so on. You can also add in anything else that needs to be there. So once you're all done with building that out here and you like it, you've tested it, and it works really well, all we're going to do is we are going to publish. And there you have it. It's live. So that is how you set up a Zap that connects your Facebook leads to your Drip Jobs account to make sure that everything gets where it needs to go immediately, and your sales team can follow up as soon as possible, schedule that estimate as soon as possible to give you the highest probability of closing as many jobs as possible. Now, if you guys don't have Drip Jobs yet and you want to give it a try, what you can do is you can click on the link below and you can go to their checkout and you can type in the code T60, that's T60, and you can actually get 60 days for free of Drip Jobs. So you can try all of this out for free of charge for the first 60 days. And I highly recommend, if you are a painting company and you're really trying to level up, really trying to turn into like a real business with structure and employees and an office, you need a good system to run all of that stuff on. So I highly recommend Drip Jobs for that. If you want to give it a try, again, T60, use that code at checkout, click on the link below to get there. And I hope this helps. See you guys in the next one.